Hey guys, welcome back to some more Gold Stake Library of Ruina. In this run, we're going to get our balls crushed by the Schizo Demon. In the last episode, we dealt with the Blue Man and his cohorts. And with 10 more key pages under our command, it is high time that we do another inventory tour. Philip is like, really okay-ish good. I know there are some Philip deniers, but you're gonna have to do some real mental gymnastics to make this look bad. He might have a really bad case of the limbus and he desperately needs a health hauler, though it doesn't really stop him from inflicting 7 billion burn. He's pretty good. Eileen is kind of an upgrade slash side grade to Ye. Don't get me wrong, I definitely think Eileen has the edge here because she starts with 4 light, but Ye definitely has the more safer passive attribution side. Which, I mean, just attribute them to Eileen then. Yeah, also bad case of the Limbus here, I'm sorry. I mean, she really just does the same thing that Ye does, which is eat the enemy. Greta is a meme page and does not offer anything all that good. Until post-game where she gets like a anti-counter die niche. Bremen does things, I think. Oswald does things. Probably. Tanya is absurdly powerful, and especially the challenge where I need to be constantly tanking, she's a godsend. Jaehoon has strings, which are like, okay. I can't exactly cheese anything with this right now, but hooray, it's like 1 strength slash endurance. Elna is also pretty strong. I mean, she's just kind of a generalist page, and honestly, I've more than enough of those. She only really becomes a mass attack flinger in post-game, so can't do that quite yet. Pluto is a meme page. There's unfortunately not that much use I can get from it. Agalia's key page is the best other key page in the game. In post-game. He does have its use. He's not particularly bad. He has got a decent amount of die power and, stuff. It's just that setting it up in the environment where we are currently is kind of difficult. I just cannot hit Tempestuous Dancer, man. Anyway, we now have everything that we can get before the end of the game. So, Categorization. So why was Categorization rushed? Categorization is actually something they added after the Distorted Ensemble. This led to some players believing that there wouldn't be a Categorization, so Chinese review bombing happened. And oh boy, putting a small indie company under pressure to finish their game at like the budget of 50 yen is like gonna be so good, isn't it? The result is 5 fights that surely exist in the game and are most certainly not tested. And to be fair, PM definitely bit off more that they can chew with Library of Ruina. Oh well. Moving all of that aside, Wrist Cutter. What is probably the jankiest fight in this game has some rules. For starters, we have Angela. Angela is pretty good. She has good pages, good rolls, and as the fights continue, she gets more and more ego. But if Angela decides to kick the bucket in any of these battles, the fight is lost. Except that's not how that works. Oh, I'm not prepared for this, am I? Yeah, no, this is... The passive facing the past. The battle is lost if this character is defeated. Oh, PM, please. Fix your game. For some reason, if Angela dies at the same time your nuggets spawn in, the fight just carries on. Okay, so, yeah. Rule number 1 of Categorization, throw everything you know of this game just out of the window. It doesn't matter because nothing matters. Unaffected by power gain or loss? Who? You or me? What? And why can I still act at 0 stagger? This doesn't make any fucking sense! We're no longer playing Library of Ruina, we're now playing Limbus Company, where you can physically read the skill, and then have to double check if it actually does the thing it says it does. For example, Depression says it lowers your max stagger resist. But for some unknown reason, it also lowers your stagger. So what happens is that you're just going to get staggered anyway because you have Depression in your hand. So let's see where I started approaching this fight. At first, I just got my A-team and tried to clobber her to death. That failed dramatically, so it's time for plan B. Block. And that seemed to work. Except for when it failed. The problem is that we start in the middle of the fight with our setup. And it's kind of hard to maintain when all your nuggets keep getting staggered due to game mechanics. So I did the one thing that you can also do in Ruina to win the fight. Actually build around the enemy. And that I do. I specifically need to build around the time where I'm still at low emotion level. I reduce card draw RNG as much as possible since I do have a very tight quota on maintaining the endurance stacks. And even then, if I get unlucky, I have Tanya ready to go with immediate repairs. This might sound pretty mundane if I just put it like that, but I swear to God, Myongest causes brain rot. After 2 solid hours of team building and attempts, we've eventually managed to get a run. I can't really put my finger on why, but this fight was super exhausting for no particular reason. It was so exhausting that I had to fight an even more exhausting fight just afterwards to calm my nerves. Which I lost. Because Demonic lied to me. Demonic is saying its voice. So, it's fine. I take no responsibility. The second fight against Aspiration is easily cheesed. If I can know how this game works. For context, if you've never seen this before, but I'm gonna assume some people know what's gonna happen here. In normal Ruina, counter die cannot interact with other counter die. That's just a given rule. However, learn is a very special exception. That if you clash or try to learn the counter die, like a page that just has counter die, or even if it has counter die, it will actually turn the counter die in a weird one-sided counter die mix hybrid, which will result in you being able to recycle your own counter die against their counter die. The result is this. Why does it not have power null? What? Excuse me? Okay, so I don't do solo strats a lot, okay? I just know that you're supposed to run Lone Fixer instead of Youngest. Hey, stop laughing! Stop laughing! So, after easily cheesing it, we move on to a very underpowered fight. Trying to deal with this fight normally is like a death sentence, so you just target down the marionette and then the rest of the fight is easy enough. Wow, we're kind of on a roll here. I sure hope this next fight will be as easy as... Okay, moving on, this fight is... Okay, fine. I could not beat Frost Splinter. For the uninitiated, this fight starts off as a solo, and it's filled with high probability rolls. High probability rolls that I am forced to lose at every corner. Usually, there is a surefire way to get all your nuggets out. I can't do this. I'm stuck. I tried stacking protections through Ujats and Guardian and other stuff like that, and that seemed promising, but there was also the other problem of this fight's unique debuff. The constant true damage that it emits, and I don't even know where it says that it emits true damage, but it does emit true damage, is actually what kills me. Plus, the feeble that I get makes me hit even more like a wet noodle, and then I can't roll anything, and then I keep on losing clashes, and then I get more froze, and I get... This fight is a downward spiral. This guy claims that he was able to do it with contracts. I was not able to reproduce this. So, I guess that's it. This is where the challenge ends. In a rushed segment of the game, in a fight that usually isn't all that difficult, a bit bullshit if anything, but that's about it. If this was at the start of the run, I would probably be able to try this for months on end, until I eventually would get something maybe. But I'm just so tired. Can we just like all agree on one thing? That this is very dumb. This leaves us with the last fight of the categorization. I did not stream these sections, so don't worry, you didn't miss anything. I did one attempt on stream, but that one died because of a very funny circumstance, because for some reason, whenever you restart, the emotion coin increases in size until, this coin is just an accurate representation of how I feel inside currently. Anyway, Go-Go Gadget Blockma. I have to put a fan now in my background because, I'm gonna melt in here. Remorse is, like, surprisingly easy. I see a lot of people struggle with this fight, and yeah, understandably so. It requires a lot of smart retargeting and stuff like that. Or you could just use Blockma. Have you noticed that my microphone now sounds different than before? This is because the entire time I've been speaking in the wrong end of my microphone. I am one of the most intelligent people on Earth. Okay, Blockma, yes. Blockma completely trivializes this fight. I'm going to spare you 50 minutes of Blockma, but basically, here's the gist of it. We are rolling around the 20s, and the enemies die. We have so much die power that we are capable of outrolling the tendrils with fucking guilt. I used both the new egos in the first phase, even though I would have probably been able to outroll the enraged tendrils. Oh, and as a reminder, they get 10 die power. And 50 minutes later, I defeat Remorse. This leaves with one more fight left, and usually people just kinda underestimate this fight because you get to use every tool at your disposal, and this includes, you know, power stacking Gabora to oblivion and then just killing everything, or Dark Flame. Yeah, welcome to MinMax, we can't do any of that. In comes Hawkma. Full power Hawkma is definitely up there with the other S tier floors. Hawkma can do a bunch of things. He can tank, and he can dish out damage. Except for the part where, you know, he doesn't get 13th toll or baptism. God fucking damn it. Okay, but that doesn't matter, he's like still really good. Problem 1. OYU. Netzak, please remove this guy. Okay, this is a lot more doable now. The first act of Distorted Ensemble is brutal. It is the hardest opener in the game, and if you want to solo this thing, true solo I should add, you're gonna have to use Claws of Savagery. At the start of every act, we're gonna take a punch to the face. Doesn't matter that much though, because we could just heal back up. Because Hawkma. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Okay, here we go. With Lead Bloody Wings and Attention and Focus, we can basically kill everything. We pick up Confession, which makes us even more tankier. And then we pick up Apostles. And now I'm dealing way too much damage for what I'm actually using here. Act 2 is just a bunch of gimmick nonsense, though we are able to outroll Pitch Black. That's pretty cool, right? Act fucking 3 is where shit gets real. The fight starts out pretty smoothly, and I'm able to pick up Ludo. And then mass attacks happen. I should have been fine here, honestly, but I messed up my endurance stacks, and then I was not able to roll anything anymore. This leads me to losing Mireille. She is the most important character here. With my team in shambles, I knew this wasn't gonna last much longer. I'm able to deal a good amount of damage to Elena before I die, and then I switch over to the philosophy floor, which I forgot to prepare. Whoops. I used some of the key page that were still there from when I did the ensemble. I managed to pick up Elena here. Unfortunately, yeah. Well, it sucks to sucks, but... Wait, you get 5 floors for this? Commander, another fucking has hit the Pentagon. I am having so much fun right now. Yeah, fucking die. And so, here we are. This was surprisingly fun. With the exception of, this piece of shit, I feel satisfied. So yeah, thoughts. The beginning of this challenge was pretty miserable. but as more and more tools unlocked, it was still fairly difficult. Surprisingly, Urban Nightmare was pretty fun this time around. Finding a solution to the sweepers sweeping way too hard was pretty fun. I wish more fights were like that, but when you're facing impossible odds, you're gonna have to start brute forcing. And hey, I actually finally felt justified bringing in all the overpowered shit. Should you do this challenge? No! Play something like No Gold Page, No Ego. Trust me, you'll start loving the reindeers. Oh well. I don't really know how to end this video. Oh, wait. What are you saying? You're saying I forgot something. What? This fight? Let's check out this fight then. Let's see the numbers. Okay, got it. Is this fight beatable? Well, the answer is